This will be a demonstration of the Quickdraw weaving program's pattern edit controls, primarily the initial mouse control functions. In this particular case, I'm using a 3-button scrolling mouse. The left mouse button, as for a warp here, the left mouse button, I have a series of tools. Normally I would use the right mouse button would be to select a block of threads. For example, I'll do a right click and select that block. The scroll wheel controls the zoom. As I scroll in, the blocks get bigger. As they get bigger, you'll notice it will fill in the numeric values on which shaft and which treadle things are on, and also enable the shaft shuffler so you can rearrange the sequence there. The other thing I can also do, if I use the number keys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, it will show the threads. A lowercase a through a lowercase w would give you threads 10 through 32. Now, the specific mouse functions here, the left mouse tools. If I do a line tool, it will draw a straight line. That will apply the warp, the tie-up, and the weft editors. The free tool would allow you to go through and just kind of draw a freehand line. Similar is true in Tieup, as well as in the weft edit. The straight twill tool is a little bit different between warp, weft, and Tieup. For warp sequences, I can drag a sequence as high as I want, as far to the left as I want. If I start in a corner, I can come down. I can go take it up or down the other direction. Same thing in the weft sequencing. In the Tieup, that gets a little bit different. Note I am in the straight twill tool. If I drag the first treadle across to the 16, it will carry that across, so I can fill in the entire tie-up that way quickly. If I go back to the weft editor, I also have a point twill tool. The point twill, my height determines how many shafts I want to do. The similar thing on the weft editor. Doesn't really have a function in the Tieup editor. I also have an ability to paste a block. Let me first grab some threads here. If I copy those, if I do the paste function, it will repeat that sequence. Note the marks on top at the end of repeats. I also have a paste symmetric tool, so that as I drag it across, you'll notice on the bottom it shows where the pattern reverses. On the top it shows where the end of the pattern repeat is. If I am working on the Tieup or I'm working on a weft with a lift plan or multi-treadle, I also have a fill tool. The fill tool will fill the area that's selected, or if it's already filled in, it will reverse it back out. So that gives me the basic controls for warp, weft, and Tieup entry using the mouse functions. Thank you. This will be an update to the warp and weft editor's mouse control functions. What I've added is 2 new control functions here that will kind of telescope the warp or weft up or down. For example, if I select the compression, that says I'm going to take an area that the mouse indicates, and I'm going to flatten all the threads within the box there, and it'll maintain the thread progression as well as it can in the process there. Now, the other thing I've also added is the telescope up button. And what that will do, if I'm carefully dragging right across the bottom here, as I go up one, it will shift all of the shafts in this area up by 1 click or 2 clicks. So I've now actually got a seed 2 satin, and I can go up by 3, 4 clicks, 5, 6, and generate the various satin keys if I wanted to that would spread those warp threads out and create an amalgamation. So that is what those 2 functions do. Thank you.